Good morning, happy people. I gotta tell you, I am excited because this week we have a lot going on. If you don't know, I own my own business and I just sold the biggest job of Parker Land Services career. I'm very excited for it. So at the end of this week, I'm leaving for something called Tres Dias. We're gonna get my Spanish on. Tres Dias. I just butchered that. Anyways, I am headed to a Christian retreat that is going to be Thursday through Sunday. That being said, I have a lot to do. We got a lot to prepare for, so let's get into the video. Alright guys, so one of the coolest parts about being a business owner is getting to be able to do what you want, when you want, most of the time. As a business owner, yes, you do have a lot of flexibility, and I am very thankful for that. Like this morning, I don't know if you guys can see on my trailer, I have a little bit of trim we need to finish up at the house. So hey, this morning had a doctor's appointment, went to that, went straight to the place to pick up the rest of this trim. A great day. Got some breakfast for JC and Paisley, brought it back to the house, got to see them. So there are a lot of benefits to being a business owner. There's also a lot of cons to being a business owner. Obviously stress is a whole lot more. All the problems are yours when you're a business owner. To me, the good far outweighs the bad. So today, after I got a bunch of running around done, I had to meet one of the leads on this project. So I do a lot of work for contractors in the area around me here in Central Florida. I have a lot of site development contractors I do work for. A lot of times they give me smaller jobs to do things that they don't want to mess with or deal with. So that being said, we had to meet out here on this project. So we have this big pond here, and what happened was during Hurricane Milton, all of these ponds got washed out. The weir walls around the pond. If you guys don't know what a weir wall is, hang on, there's a plane. If you guys don't know what a weir wall is, I'm about to show you. So in every single retention pond, there's probably what you would think is what's called an outflow, and really it is. So these weir walls are set specific height whenever they come in and do all the grading for the pond. They have levels and stakes that you have to follow. So this is a weir wall. All this dirt is supposed to be touching that wall. So this pond is much lower than it should be. Each pond has to hold a specific amount of water, because when you develop a neighborhood and you put concrete and asphalt roads and things that don't absorb water, it has to go somewhere to be absorbed. So that's why you have retention ponds. You have to make up for what you've taken away from nature. So I'm gonna have to bring all that dirt back in here, because as you can see, it's washed out. I'm gonna have to rematch these weir walls. You can kind of see where the old dirt line was. There's a couple overflow holes there that I have to keep open, so we got to slope it in. The dirt does have to be above the corner of this weir wall, and then slope back down to it to make sure that this doesn't happen again. So we got a lot to do here. In fact, I have gotten hooked up with one of my rental companies, and when I get back from the retreat, I called today to confirm, just to make sure we were good to go, because we're gonna hit the ground running when we get back from the retreat. I get back late Sunday night. I will be out here on Monday morning, getting this thing rocking and rolling. So I'm getting dirt delivered, getting lots and lots of things scheduled and made sure that we're good to go today. So I have to call my dirt guy, make sure he is going to be able to bring material in, probably starting like Monday, early as they could get. So anyways, this is part of the project that I am doing today. So all this back here is to give you guys just a sneak peek of this project. And I just have to say, God is so good. I've been waiting on an answer from this project for about 2 or so months. And we all know God's timing is perfect, right? So I've been struggling because we really needed a big chunk of funds to finish the house. I've been extremely slow with work the last few weeks. I don't know what's been going on. And then out of nowhere, I get hit like a train. Almost every job that I've given a bid for said yes at the same time. So I went from having no work the next day to all of a sudden being booked out, all in the matter of about 1 or 2 days. So the cool thing about this project is the profit margins that I'm going to make on this project, and I'm hoping to make on this project, is actually going to help us finish out the rest of the house. How cool is that? God knows what he's doing, don't he? Now I got to go deliver this trim to the house, get it to the final trim guys so they can finish up, and then I think we have cabinets being installed. Let's go take a peek and see what we got going on at the house. Yeah, all right, I gotta be honest, it's the complete next day. I forgot to pick you guys back up. I'm so sorry. Well, we're starting off this beautiful morning, taking a peek at what we have here in the house. So for those of you who don't know, We are currently building our dream home. Today they will be wrapping up the stucco. Stucco crew here, they have done the sides and the back. Let's go take a peek at that real quick. All right, so we've got stucco on the side. It's looking really, really good. As far as I can tell anyways. I don't really know what I'm looking at. So we held off on the soffit because we knew that they would be coming in. We didn't want to have them have extra work taping off the soffit and all that good stuff. So we are only doing the bottom 24 inches. So here's where our hardy board will start from there up. We're actually gonna do stucco on this bottom band here, and we're gonna paint it black. A few reasons for that. Just maintenance wise, we live on a well. So having a white house with a bunch of plants out front and irrigation, don't think it's gonna be the best thing. So we decided to change that up a tad. But I have some very exciting news. We have doors. Finally, we have doors. Hey, guess what else we have? Cabinets. Check that out, brother. We've got cabinets. This is where our microwave's gonna go, dishwasher, sink, stove, refrigerator. We've got an oven hood going up there. They measured this cabinet out wrong, so they had to reorder it. All of our interior doors are installed and looking good. Now, these cabinets here, they look a little green in the video. I gotta tell you, they're not that green. They look more blue to me. They're supposed to be sage. Oh well, it is what it is. So, we've got our bathroom cabinets. Check those out. Heck yeah. We've had a lot of stuff moving and grooving here. Very excited to get all of this done and out of the way and through, because we have been waiting on this for a long time. Exterior doors, we waited almost 90 days for. And then cabinets were supposed to be put in a week ago. They got put on back order. So anyways, got a lot going on. Final trim is supposed to be going in here by the end of the week. We forgot to take this door off the order, so that was a waste of money, but it is what it is. So today, like I told you guys yesterday, I think it was yesterday. To be honest, I don't know. My life's been kind of crazy. But as I told you guys previous, I've got a lot of stuff to do. I'm gonna try to wrap up some irrigation here at the house. I'm also going to get ready to finish packing. Gonna maybe meet JC and Paisley for lunch, I'm hoping. We'll see how all that works out. I have so much to do today and not enough time to do it, as always. So we're gonna go ahead and get bumping on the day. Let's get to it. All right, so first things first, we need to figure out what we got going on here. So we have our irrigation well, and it looks like they have put in right here. So I know that I need 1.25 inch pipe for my irrigation to at least come out and stub out. Now, one thing that I am trying to figure out now is, where do I tie in? Hopefully they have a shut off. I think I'm gonna have to tie in right after this ball valve here. That way I can shut off the irrigation or turn it on if we have a break. It's after the well, it's after the pressure tank, all that good stuff. So I've already trenched my lines. Trench one going across the road here. It's gonna go there and 90 up to the front of the property. And then I've got a few zones going up this way. And then I've got a few zones going up this side of the drive. Pro tip, if you guys live on like a crushed asphalt or crushed concrete driveway, you want to not have your car covered in dirt all the time, especially during the winter time when it's not raining a lot. Very easy to fix that. If you guys have an irrigation system, I'll be showing you a little bit of how to put that in today. It really is very simple and easy. But just put some sprinklers on your road and have it run for an hour every morning. That'll wet down the road, which will keep it compacted and keep it from breaking up. Fun tip, throw some irrigation on your road and your car will be less dusty. That's what we're gonna do up here. All right, so I know what I need to get as far as my irrigation goes. I'm gonna get that measured out, and then we will be headed to the store to pick up all the pipe and be headed back here to get this thing wrapped up and finished. Let's get to it. Another slight change of plans here. Right as I was about to roll out, we had the septic guys show up. Completely forgot that septic was getting installed today. So, we've got a few dump trucks over here that are gonna be running loads of sand and dirt. So by the end of the day tomorrow, I will have my drain field and septic tank in. We'll be able to poop in the toilet. We gotta get the toilets first. So a few things they're gonna be doing today. They got this tank here, which was the existing tank whenever there was a mobile home sitting right here. However, that's obviously gone now. and I want to keep this tank because there may possibly be an opportunity for me in the future when I put a shop here to put a bathroom in it as well. I don't want to toss it out because those tanks are expensive. If I can save a little bit of money, hey, might as well do that, right? Just have them pump that tank and then set it off to the side, and then hopefully whenever I get a shop a little later on down the road, we'll be able to just plop that bad boy in the ground and tie into the existing system that we got. So thank God it's not wet, because this truck would be having some trouble right now. So all this is normally pretty soupy and swampy, so which is why the drain field is literally going to be sitting right on top of the soil where it's at now. Gotta tell you, I don't really know where I'm going from here. I've got a few things I've got to do here at the house, but day in the life of a business owner. Sometimes you just don't know what you're gonna get, you know what I'm saying? Our tank will be going right about here, and it'll be pumping to our drain field, which will be up this way. Look at that stucco, looking good. Oh, man, got a lot going on. Lots going on, not enough time to do it. Pump truck's here to pump the tank out. I have a floating dock that I need to move out of the way for these guys to install this drain field. So honestly, kind of glad I hadn't left yet this morning, because I kind of forgot that I needed to move that. Anytime you have someone else moving what you need to move, sometimes things don't get moved right. Not saying they would have done it a bad job at it, but I just don't trust people. It's hard as a business owner because you need to be able to trust people. So let's go get this thing moved real quick where they can pump this tank and we can get out of here. Septic guys here pumping that tank out. Obviously it smells like dookie. Kind of backing up here, no pun intended. We got dirt trucks waiting to get to the backside of where that pump truck is. So a little bit of a plug going on right now. We're gonna get it figured out. It's only for a minute, and then the dirt trucks can run all they want. So alrighty, so we have picked up our PVC pipe for irrigation up front. Just got back to the house. A lot of moving parts today, a lot of moving parts. I gotta hurry up and get back here. These stucco guys are about up to the garage, and I haven't put that board up yet, so need to make sure that we do that. I gotta turn the air pressure up on the nail gun all the way because my nails aren't long enough, so I really need them to punch through, and I'm gonna secure them in there with Tapcons. Drain field and septic tank are getting installed right now. Should be moving septic tank here in just a little bit, but dirt's being delivered. The tank truck is here setting it. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before, but they have a truck and they have a big boom on the back side. They'll pick it up off the back of the truck here and slide it back over this boom, and they'll rest that down. Looks like they already got them in. So we had to have two tanks brought in, one for solid, and then where all those solids settle and go to the bottom, water will drain off into another tank, which then will have a pump, which will pump it from right there all the way out to the drain field, which they should be starting on here soon. I want to be sure we put some risers in here because I did not want to have to be digging for the tank. I did not realize how much of this tank was in the ground. It didn't look like that big of a tank until the top on it, I saw him sucking it out, and I was like, what the heck? There's like 3 feet in the ground, so this guy has no clue how to back up. They're supposed to be putting this tank back over here somewhere, just kind of off to the side. And then once I get this drain field covered, I got a big front end loader on one of my other jobs that I'm gonna bring here, and I'm gonna move it around. I was gonna argue with him about where to put it. That guy's kind of a no-nonsense kind of guy. He's trying to get his job done, so it is what it is. I'll move it later on. All right, well, still got a lot going on. They still have to install stucco up top where the dormer's at, but they have textured the back, the other side, and they're finishing up this wall here now. Funny enough, I was talking to these guys That guy right there in the blue shirt, he's actually from Honduras. He's actually from a town not too far away from where we go to do missions trips. You guys know, maybe you don't know, we are going on a mission trip here in June where we will be headed to Honduras and a small little rural town called Conchillas, Honduras. Very excited for that as well. So still got a lot to do. Time is running out for me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to install this irrigation or not. Kept telling JC earlier, I can't remember everything I have to do, but I know I have a lot to do. So this is life with ADHD here, if you can't tell, I'm sure from this video, with it being kind of everywhere. This is what my life is like every day, especially when I'm not on my ADHD meds like I'm not right now. Speaking of, I have to go pick those up. That's one of the things I forgot to write down on the list. All right, ladies and gents, it is about time for me to get on up out of here. That septic tank moved. We'll be moving that again here later. Got all the loads of dirt dropped, or at least almost all the loads of dirt dropped. You see they're having to excavate down, bring in good soil, fill that in, and then they'll mound over the top of that. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but here close to us we have this cool thing called Sun and Fun. Basically everywhere around us here in Central Florida, within like 30 miles, as military jets flying over and shaking the windows and rattling the paintings on your walls. I'm headed out. I still got to go grab my medicine, do a few more things. Very close to being able to leave. I just feel like my wheels are turning and I'm just not getting anywhere. Like I'm just doing a burnout. Today's one of those days I just feel like I've been done a lot, gone and done a lot of stuff. I feel like I've got nothing done at all. So a little frustrating. Those days are a little frustrating, but hey, could be a whole lot worse. Grateful for what I got. I have made it home. Let's go see what Paisley's doing. Oh, hi girl. What you doing? You doing okay? Say hi. Hi. Say bye. Bye. All right, y'all. I got my face trimmed up. Got my hair did. And now it's time for me to head out. So I'm gonna leave it up to JC the rest of the video.
I gotta be a single mom this weekend.
I'll see you guys in the next one.
Okay guys, we just sent Bryce out the door and he is going away for his Tres Dias weekend, so it's just Paisley and I now, and we are gonna hang out this weekend and try and relax, but our 18-month-old daughter doesn't really relax a lot, so we'll see. But I'm gonna be a single mom this weekend until he gets back. It's kind of like a vacation when your husband leaves for a few days, because you don't have to like cook or clean or do laundry or anything like that. You know, like get the toothpaste out of the sink. You don't have to do any of that because he'll be gone. In all reality, I will miss him, and he does do a ton around here and he helps out with Paisley a lot. So this is gonna be interesting. I know it'll be fine, and I don't think that I'm going to be able to vlog, film, and also be a single mom this weekend. So I'm just gonna cut it here and I'll update you guys on the next video about how it went and all of the things. So until then, pray that we survive until Bryce gets back. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Keep living the dream.